Hi guys, welcome to my evaluation question 1. I will be answering in what way does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? My genre is contemporary rap. Contemporary rap was developed through the characteristics of rap and R&B soul, is heavily associated with African American music, particularly with R&B in African American contexts. Urban contemporary playlists are dominated by singles by top-selling hip-hop and R&B performers. The general conventions are low and mid-camera shots, an emphasis on bling and jewelry, direct contact with the audience, perhaps through eye contact, a relaxed and simplistic atmosphere, a certain type of character shown through their clothing and also their camera angles. The main media platform I used to present my music video and ancillary tasks was YouTube. As part of the Web 2.0 generation, I shared my music video on YouTube for millions of people to see. This allowed me to present my music video and gather feedback that would help me identify what my target audience thought about my music video. A theorist, Gunther Kress, developed a theory in 1988 defining a genre as being a kind of text that derives its form from the structure of a frequently repeated social occasion with its characteristics, participants, and their purposes. Essentially, this means that when watching certain media products in certain genres, there is a common similarity that is apparent, whether it would be about the clothing, characters used, or their props/slash surroundings. An example of this is evident in pop music videos, where there is a common characteristics of bright colors and bright clothing used for the characters. This allows the audience to be able to identify a certain genre immediately. For example, an audience watching a hip hop music video cannot mistake it for a pop music video because it follows certain genre characteristics. If the audience favors the type of music video, this allows them to develop a sense of belonging. For my genre, a common similarity that I used was the representation of youth. Upon discovering this, I decided to watch multiple music videos surrounding my genre, and one of the most important music videos was What If I Go by Mura Masa. This is because the music video clearly portrayed the lives of teenagers amongst a typical London background. The inspiration is emphasized to the location chosen, the characters created, and the costumes of each they wear. I therefore picked up on certain parts of the video that were common in others and came up with some ideas of how I wanted my characters to look. Taking ideas from the video and the music video created for Lovesick, I incorporated black jackets and trousers, black shoes, bling, rings, and certain brands such as Nike, North Face, Adidas, and Puma. According to Goodwin, a successful music video must demonstrate genre characteristics, and when constructing my music video, I made sure to incorporate distinctive genre characteristics so that my target audience will develop a sense of belonging. My target audience is young teens, normally around the age of 18 to 24, predominantly of African American origin. The main gender amongst my target group is males, but there is a large majority of females too. This can be seen through the use of puffer jackets, a common similarity in contemporary and rap music videos. When youth is presented, there is a certain image that is portrayed of them wearing massive jackets, hats, and other expensive pieces of clothing. In What If I Go, the majority of characters are wearing puffer jackets and trousers, allowing me to gain some inspiration from my costumes. Despite it being the same artist, I still felt it was appropriate to derive inspiration from it because of the way the use was presented. The video, What If I Go, perfectly encapsulates the image of youth and what they consider to be important. In the images shown, there is a common link between the location and the use of costumes. As you can see, both males are wearing puffer jackets and their logo can be seen. One of the males is wearing North Face, and perhaps the other male is either wearing North Face or JD. Another common characteristic is the sense of location. Each shot is taken in an underground subway and from a quite far angle. Although my shot can be said to be a mid shot and the other shot can be said to be a wide shot, they still share some similarities. Furthermore, The use of the close connection between the two characters shows that perhaps there's a relationship amongst them that is beyond friendship. The simplistic background of the subway makes it significant in my music video as it allows me to demonstrate teens in a rather natural setting. Youth is portrayed as regarding style and fashion very high. They take pride in their clothing and all the designers that are presented. This can be seen through the numerous use of brands and expensive clothing throughout the music video. Another way that I use different forms of media products is through the use of shots at angles. The establishing shots shows two males walking along a street and a very clear view of their designer clothing. This inspiration was taken from a similar shot in the music video Lovesick of three males walking along the street. This can be linked to Goodwin's theory in a sense that successful contemporary rap music videos contain shots of the protagonist performing naturalistic daily actions and with close-up/low shots in order to demonstrate them in a dominant setting. Also, the use of clothing becomes a recurring motif in my music video, being the most predominant piece of clothing that they wear. There is also a brief over-the-shoulder shot of the males walking with the camera zooming out showing them all, making a reference to the media text Lovesick again with the camera shot and angle. I predominantly use low shots, behind shots, and mid shots throughout my music video, allowing the audience to see the characters in a naturalistic setting, enabling them to feel a connection, perhaps, to the characters. In the images on screen, there is a clear link between the camera angles and the position of the characters. This use of eye contact and an intimidating stance is used in multiple music videos and conveys the idea of that of each of the boys are dominant and very aggressive. Therefore, it made sense for me to use it in my music video for my characters. The use of the mid shot allows the audience to still be aware of their stares, but also draws attention to their body language. Each male can be seen to either have their hands in their pockets or in front of them, with eyes directly looking at the camera. This straight posture and stance conveys the idea of them being very powerful and dominant within their community. Instead of using a wider angle, I decided to use a mid shot in order to achieve this goal. Despite it not being the same location, this didn't prove to be important because it was the perspective of the characters that was most important, not the background. The type of shot is also used multiple times in my music video. Due to the feedback obtained by my target group, it demonstrated that by using the distinctive genre characteristics in my music video, this was successful. I decided against changing or going against certain genre characteristics for my music video, as to me it didn't make sense. However, I did try and expand/further hyperbolize some aspects to make my video stand out more. This can be seen through the constant representation of my characters that occurred. Throughout the whole video, I made sure to stick to the dominant male role that I had established at the start through their clothing and hairstyle. Each boy had a very generic hairstyle, waves or plaits, and wore simplistic clothing. This is used in music videos relating to my genre, but the difference is there is a distinctive change of appearance amongst them. The reason I had decided to continuously use that representation was because it seemed to fit the nature of my music video and supported the thought of it being a snapshot of the life in teenagers in one day. In terms of my ancillary tasks, I decided to make my digipack more colourful and bright. Normally for an album cover in my selected genre, although there is a clear use of aesthetics and effects, I decided to hyperbolize that even more in an attempt to draw people to my album cover. In the image posted above, we can clearly see the simplistic yet effective techniques that have been used. However, when compared to my album cover, the colour range and techniques used are very different.